Hmm.
All right, hello and welcome back. Darian brought attention to. He's got a new sweatshirt. First and foremost, I'm jealous. That's a really cool sweatshirt.
Oh yeah.
He's been a little under the weather. We went ahead, we made sure that we bought packs, and we only just now got to the point where we can sit down and record. So we caught up. We watched all three of the latest episodes. We're gonna try and cover all three in this episode. But first, we'll start with the first pack. We got 3 packs apiece at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
We've been letting these cook for a minute. Oh, right off the bat, we got a floette. So that's nice. The energy is Onkoku. Dark energy. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Alright, Floette, Palmy, Smoliv, Wiglet. Oh, I don't have too many of these. I like the art on this one. Driftblim. Was Defiance Band? Defiance Band. I should know every card in this set by now. Tatsugiri. Okay, a potion. I don't even think I've had a potion, to be honest. Potion. Clauncher. Clauncher. No, Clauncher. And what is this? Oh, a King Gambit. I don't think I have King
Oh
Gambit.
really?
I've been missing King Gambit. Let's go. That's another new one added to the
Right.
collection. All right.
Right. So first on the box I got was an Iron Valley EX, and of course it comes with the big old card,
Oh, let me see that big
the
old card.
jumbo,
I'm about to buy
which
that.
is
I'm
it's
100% buying that. What do you mean?
it's funny
Fill
because
up with that.
I really want to see someone at like Worlds use the jumbo card instead of the normal card
That's what I'm saying.
during their game. So I'm gonna. It comes with a couple different packs. I'm gonna start with Obsidian Flames because I
All
don't
right.
think I've really opened any of those like
Okay.
ever. It's a set that I kind of skipped out on.
Ain't no
Eh.
way you're trying
But,
to tear it from the top.
but that's how I always do because it has this little.
Is that really? I always do
It's a
like
little.
this. Like I like divide
Yeah,
this
because
part
let me
and
see.
open
I
it.
can show. It's a little. Yeah, when I do it, you see there's a little. It does like a. There's a little
Yeah, yeah,
crease
yeah.
so you can
Yeah,
get your
I
finger
just
in.
tear that puppy open.
All right. Let's see what we have here.
I just realized King Gambit has one move, and it's hack at. Hack at.
Hackat?
Hack at. Leadership. Your basic Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage when your opponent's active to your opponent's active Pokemon. Basic Poke. I don't know how that works, but I guess
Right.
when it's on the bench, it makes your
Yeah.
weak Pokemon
Anywho,
stronger.
so we have
Dark
Dark
Energy.
Energy.
All right. Heatmore.
Honestly, based one of the most underrated Pokemon out there. I love Heatmore a lot. Got a Lillipup.
Nice.
Okay. Make sure I'm
Ooh,
not skipping any.
Toxel.
Got a little Toxel.
That's good art on Toxel.
Yes, indeed.
Charcadet.
Charcadet. More good art on that one. Bronzong. Okay. Beartic. That also looks pretty cool, actually. Charmeleon. Maybe I can get the Charizard.
Oh,
Toad
Toad
School.
School. Scaring with that one.
Grand
Ooh,
Bowl.
Gramble, look at him. Oh,
Okay.
card's trying to run away.
And
What a
Thunderous.
Thunderous?
That
Wild.
looks pretty sick, actually.
That's pretty good.
It's a nice little hollow pattern on there.
Yep. All right, so we're going to kind of cover 30, was it 33, 32, 32, 33. No,
It's
33,
33,
34, and
34,
35.
Yeah.
So 33 and 34 kind of go together, and I already forgot again, even though I went over it. So what happened in the last episode was the 2-part arc for Lapras. And as a result of that, Rayquaza was called over. So that episode starts off with Rayquaza coming in, and Amethio, who's been tracking it the entire arc, catches up to, battles it, angers it. He absolutely slaps him. We honestly thought his Pokemon would not be able to get back up after that, but it did. And then it comes over to the Rising Volt Techers. Roy's like, yo, battle me right now. And Rayquaza Draco Meteors and tries to kill them all. And then Terapagos goes into its full powered form for a bit. But we later learn, probably in that same episode, that Terapagos needs more power to fully maintain that form. So that's most of what happens in the episode. We also set up Diane going off on her own. That's just episode 34. Dan, what were your thoughts on the episode?
Good episode. Like you said, it was a interesting battle. I Roy's got confidence. I'll
Roy's
say
got,
that. I don't know
Roy
how.
needs a team.
Yeah, but you can see they talked about how it saw the Terapagos a bit, and it was, I don't know if it was trying to talk to it, but then that's when Amethio stepped in and angered it
Yeah,
and
yeah,
made it. And they're like, well, we got it. It's right here. And like, well, it's not really in any kind of mood to talk anymore because
yeah.
it's
It's
been
fair.
pissed off. So it would have been interesting to see what would happen if Amethio didn't set it off. But after the Terapagos form change and helped everyone, it kind of just went off.
Just
And
said
then
bye.
so now we know remember who we're gonna be. And
Yeah.
then Freed also said we're going to Paldea for a bit, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I
Back to
think at the
Paldea.
end of 35, we get to a point where he's like, "We're going to Paldea." I'm like, "Yeah, do that." And then in the most recent episode, we'll skip around obviously, but in the most recent episode, it looks like they're in Paldea. They might have been in the Asado deserts if they're in
Maybe,
Paldea, or they're
yeah.
just on some random island that has a desert, which is not likely. I'm pretty sure you can only find desert on like
Yeah.
continental land because
I'm
it's
not sure
away
if
from
there's
the
an
coast.
oasis in Asado Desert though. I don't remember seeing an
No, there's
oasis,
definitely
so
not. That might
and
just
they were
be.
talking about an oasis, so it's probably just a
I mean,
random
you've seen the
desert
Pokemon
somewhere.
anime enough. They change up sort of how things look to be more realistic in the anime. Um, I remember you remember they had like the Viridian City song that they used to play at the end of the OG episodes, and it would just
Yeah.
be this massive city. So I think it's somewhere like that, where it's like the Asado Desert in the anime is probably just way more fleshed out. But we're way ahead of that. So yeah, like Darian was saying, Rayquaza seems to be testing Roy, maybe specifically, if not Terapagos. They hinted at a couple different ways that that could work, and so we're definitely gonna get it last at this point. Like, there's no way that they're gonna catch Rayquaza before getting the other 5 heroes. They have 3. They need 2 more, and then Rayquaza is gonna be the final boss. So we have no idea when we're gonna get that in the anime. Even episode 36's preview is talking about something completely random and uninteresting. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get that second pack open,
All right.
and then we'll talk a little bit more about what happens in 35 because it's slightly different, but it's kind of a 2-parter. It's kind of a 3-parter. It's kind of a 4-parter. It's kind of a 4-part because it starts off with the Lapras, ends with the Rayquaza stuff, and then they're making their next move. So very interesting series of episodes that has been. All right, let's see the 6-pack. We got Electric Energy, Magnemite. Nice. I've been using these in a deck lately. Tarantula. Yep. What is this? Pokemon Catcher. Another clone. Get these out of my fucking packs. Flamigo. Crocodile. Another Crocodile. Nice. Heracross. Only have like one of these. All right. Start off with Energy Search or Retrieval. Energy Retrieval. What is this?
Bombardier.
Bombardier.
Uh-huh.
And Indeedee.
Hmm.
All right. Nothing crazy in that pack.
Decent. All right. Let's see what Paradox Rift has in store for us.
Is that what it's called? Is that the new one?
The newest one, yes. The new
Paradoxal
one
Rip.
comes out next week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's called Paldean Fates. It's the residential shiny Pokemon set of
Oh, I might have
Paldea.
to pick some of those up then if they got shinies.
All right, so we're starting with a fighting energy.
Yep.
We have
Pumpkaboo.
a Pumpkaboo. Fantastic. We have Purloin. Okay. Oh, all right. We got Natu.
I love Natsu.
It says Zubat.
Zubat. I love Zubat.
Uh,
Steenie.
Stinny, whatever.
Yeah, Steenie.
A
Counter
counter catcher.
catcher.
You can use this card only if you have more prize cards than your opponent, and you switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to active. Okay, that could be pretty good for like foiling any kind of strats.
Absol.
Absol. I thought it was Terran for a second, but it's just really cool looking art. Card fell. It's
Oh,
fine.
just dropping them.
So we got
Oh,
Propalore for
nice.
the
Liepard.
Liepard, and what's behind you? Zacian.
Oh, you got a whole Zacian. Nice.
All right.
In a
Not
Paldean
bad.
pack? That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So continuing on, episode 35 is focusing on Diane leaving the ship. We have what other interesting thing? Oh, the other interesting part of episode 35 that kept it interesting was that Amethio goes back to Hamber and asks to be properly trained again. We learned a couple of really cool details, which I'll let Darian get into here in a bit. But the main thing for that episode was that Amethio was training and Diane is leaving. So they put together a little party for her. They get a video put together, which was kind of weird. It was kind of quirky, little kid, like, kids putting together a presentation for class type thing. And yeah, overall wholesome, good time. Darian, you want to tell us a little bit about Metheo's training?
Yeah, so what's his? I forgot the guy's name.
Hamber.
Hamber. There we go. You
Yeah.
just said it. I'm pretty sure. But so they go into a little battle. It's Ceruledge versus his Dust Noir, and you know, he's got the advantage for the most part. He's a bit quicker than him, but eventually, after a while, Hamber terastallizes
Oh yeah.
his Dust Noir
Yep.
and makes it a lot more powerful, and eventually overpowers and overwhelms Amethio. And Amethio also uses some more interesting strategies that he's never really employed before. And Hamburg
Right.
notes that, and
He starts ad-libbing
yeah,
like a real
and
trainer.
eventually afterwards, Amethio is blessed with his own Terror Orb, so
Yep.
now he could
Now he can
finally
go all out.
use terastallization to
Yep.
become more powerful, which is his main goal. And then a little after that, we see a little bit more of the other explorers
Yep.
looking in on it, and so they're good.
Yeah,
So
they're planning
it's like a
something.
little. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's like a little civil war going around. I don't know if they're just fighting for
They're
like
definitely not
top
comrades.
dog. Yeah,
And
they're kind of just for
yeah, I would
themselves.
say that's very consistent with shonen anime, where it's like the main villains, one of the things, even if they're stronger, they aren't as organized, so it ends up breaking down. I think it's very popular in all media, honestly. I was watching Legends of Tomorrow. I've been binging that lately. And it's even the same thing there, where it's like the bad guys aren't necessarily unified by any sort of like bond. They're just sort of all after something in search of greed. Meanwhile, the main characters are getting together, they're bonding, and they're working better because of it. Because there's something more intrinsic there. It's not just a work relationship. And so that's definitely something that is really important for this because it's established here that not only was Hamber the one that initially trained Amethio, but everyone else seems to think that they are a little bit closer than the rest of them. Like he has a favorite, and it's Amethio. I also pointed out in the episode that it makes so much sense considering Dusk Noir and Ceruledge are both ghost types. So even if Amethio started off as a kid with like a char cadet, he went down that ghost type route for his master, you could say. I think there's a lot of really cool like ideas there that come from it. And you know what else I forgot? Mirroring that scene, Diane also whacks the shit out of Flico and Roy for a while. With their goal obviously still being, can you land a hit on this Pokemon? And we get to see Liko Roy do Liko Roy things for a little while, and that's pretty good. What'd you think of that fight?
That was good. I like it's the usual strategies they employ. They kind of go all out, say do this, do that, and eventually they can figure out a way to take advantage of their situation, no matter what the odds are. And eventually they use their smaller stature to an advantage as Fuecoco and Arcanine are trading flamethrowers.
Yep,
Sprigatito can sneak through the smoke and land a little scratch just on like the back leg of
yep,
it. And the goal was to if you land a hit, you pass. So
yep. They
that's
did.
all they needed. They didn't really need to go above and beyond. They took what they needed to do
they,
and
they
got it
they got
done
zero
in an
exp
efficient
for the
way.
fight. They just landed a hit and they're like, "Yep, you're good." Eventually these Pokemon will probably do something cool. Eventually, but in the meantime, Diane is going off on her own in order to do her own pursuits because she was friends with Hamber and found out that he's working for the Explorers, and now she wants to investigate them. So I've been joking a little bit over these past few episodes. She's just gonna end up getting absolutely bodied by the entirety of the Explorers. And hopefully that doesn't happen, but I feel like at some point she's gonna call them and be like, "Hey, I messed up," and they're like, "Oh, okay, let's go help Diane." So that's episode 34 in a nutshell, and now we also have to talk about 35. Anything else for 33, 34?
Now that you mention it, they were doing. Remember the status meeting they had, and their master of the explorers mentioned Rakula.
Yes, that's
So that was
right.
another thing. So
That's right.
obviously, either I don't know if he knew Lucius or something, but what's his name, Spinel or whatever,
Spinel. Yeah, there you
the
go. Spinel.
main explorer guy who just talks through like this purple crystal light.
Yeah. Oh wait,
We
no, no.
don't know what he
Spinel was
looks
the
like.
was the guy with the
Yeah, no, yeah.
Behem.
Yeah, so
But
there's a
never
lot
mind,
of
because that
names.
was the
But
guy
yeah,
we were thinking of earlier. But yeah, no. So yeah, they have their master. We'll call him for now, because his name's only been dropped once the whole anime.
yeah,
But yeah, he is after Terapagos, and he knows what Terapagos is capable of because he knows what Rakua is, and nobody else knows outside of the Rising Volteckers and the Explorers. Nobody else knows this. So now the anime makes so much more sense. Now that we're this deep in, we know that Lucius gathered 6 Pokemon to go along with him on a journey. Terapagos was involved in sharing its power with these 6 Pokemon. Darien always mentions that Rayquaza probably has um, the new Stellar type is like a Terra type because it's shiny and a not just a shiny Pokemon. Oh, you know what? What if that's how it became shiny?
yeah. That's an
What if
option.
Stellar just makes Pokemon shiny in the anime? That'd be pretty cool. That's a cool theory. But anyways, and so the fact that the big boss is directly now connected with this makes the explorers feel a lot more connected to the overall story. They're not just like Pokemon hunters, which we'll get into in a minute. They are not hardened criminals. They are here for a specific reason. Also, Darren, say something real quick.
First off, the
Okay,
guy's name is Gibeon. Gibeon is the
Gibby.
master
That's right.
of the explorers. There
I,
we go.
I did a quick audio check there in the middle. I was like,
All right.
I hope the recording. We're good. Um, So yeah, so that's everything that we got from 3334. Obviously, it's absolutely carried by the explorers, and knowing that Dan's leaving and going off doing her own thing is pretty cool too. So here's the last pack I got for today. I have
All right.
6 more, I think, for the next 6 episodes.
I
Also, I
got
bought the Karai.
5.
I didn't show it. I've had the Miraidon box back there for weeks now, but I also finally picked up the Koraidon box, which is why I have all these packs. Darian's showed off he picked up the what is that box called again?
Elite Trainer box? Do I still have it in here? It might be. I just randomly throw crap in here. No, I cleaned my closet. I'm just all gone.
It's all
But
gone.
yeah, I have proof because these are that's not it. These are the cool sleeves that you get with the
Yeah.
ETB.
Yeah,
So
you've had the Miraidon one from the beginning.
that was the first one I ever bought.
Yeah.
Once Scarlet Violet base set came out, I just bought the ETB.
Yeah, so I finally have
They
both,
did.
and I'm happy with that. Will I buy a third? Probably not. If they have more like that for the other sets, maybe in the future. All right, we
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
nice
yeah, each
fire
set comes with an
energy.
ETB, so they're
Yeah.
all pretty snazzy.
All right, Grievard. I don't have too many of these yet, so that's cool. I got an email. Mastiff, right? Mastiff? Yeah. Spupa? Spupa, I'm on a roll. I know every Pokemon. Metatite. That's okay. Metatite's one. Metatite, Metacham are Pokemon I definitely need for my collection. Nest Ball. Patchy. Okay, I just made a Pachirisu deck. I don't think I need more Pachirisu. Picnic Basket. What is this?
Ooh.
Reverum? I've seen so many Reverum Reverum. I don't ever want to see this Pokemon again. I'm so done with it. Oh, look out! Ooh, that's a good one. Fuecoco. I don't know if my Fuecoco in my binder is the super rare one. And then
Oh,
we got the
it's
full
Katie.
art for Katie. I know you like this one because she's a book trainer.
Goated trainer, of
Yeah.
course.
All right, another full art. I told you these packs were cooking something.
All right, so let's see. What are we gonna end out on? We're gonna end on Paldea Evolve. So we do one of each set that we have today. So we got a Water Energy. We have Wingull. I have no idea what that said for a second. We have Pineco
Okay.
in front of the little door. Got Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Mankey.
I would say Primate.
Primate.
Mankey. Vigoroth.
It's pretty good arts
Yeah.
on these.
Yes, indeed.
Look at
Pincurchin.
Pincurchin. Where is that?
Where is that? I don't know. It's somewhere. Another
Another
Crocodile.
Crocodile. Yeah, I'll trade you.
Okay.
Tinkatink. Look at that. Clean.
Okay. What we got next? Oh, Flora.
Oh,
Okay, we have another
Florgato.
Gen 2. Another
Gen
second
2.
Gen 2.
Secondary, yeah.
Second form starter, and we're gonna finish with a little
Oh,
Wigglytuff.
that's a good reflection on that card.
Yeah, it is good.
That's
We're
pretty good.
an Artisan by the look of it as well, with the little windmill in the back.
Nice. All right. Pretty good packs. Pretty good packs. All right. So, episode 35. We're going to run through this one quick because while it is the only episode that we watched today that stands out on its own, It's also very like filler. The most important thing that we learned in this episode was that Captain Pikachu has a weakness. Darren, you want to start us off with that?
Yes, apparently, even though he has a lot of plot armor for days, apparently his weakness is being called cute. It is shown when they are in town asking questions about the Bramblin that they're looking for, where a couple girls come up and call him cute, and he just starts sneezing all over the place, and it is revealed that he is allergic to being called cute, which,
Yep.
I mean, that's interesting, but I could see it. Also, I know Keith really liked this episode because he talked about how many of his favorite Pokemon were in
Don't
it.
remind me. Oh my lord. They had Brambleghast. They had Sableye. They had not Palosam, but what's the
Sandygas?
Sandygast. There we go. They had all three of them. I was like, if this girl who's obsessed with cute Pokemon does not send out a Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir, Gallade, I'll take anything. She didn't. I had so many of my favorite Pokemon this episode. Other ones that I could have thought of would maybe freak out would be like Plusle, maybe Pidgeot, maybe Venusaur. There's so many Pokemon up in my top like 10, top 50, and they just kept throwing them in this episode. I was really upset. But yeah, so Shine, a friend of Freed's, lost his partner. Kind of his fault for having a Pokemon that's weak to wind as a partner, but they go off together and they try to find it. They try to find it, and in the meantime, Liko is paying extra close attention to Freed and Cap, more than usual. It's very much in Nico's character to idolize them. It's a really fun part of Pokemon Horizons. Seeing them as budding trainers, we don't get that often. Ash's companion throughout the years has been a new trainer most of the time, but the biggest difference is that these are the main characters. These are the characters that we are going to most relate to throughout the entirety of Horizons. These are the characters we're going to root for the most, and Freed is there as their mentor, basically. And so, not only did they get to see Freed and Cap disagree and make fools of themselves to get together, but they also got to see just how great that bond is once again. And so that was more of like a Cap and Pikachu episode. They did go up and confront the hunters. They helped Bramblin. Freed noticed that it's been traveling a lot, and if you guys have played the games, you know after you do enough steps, Bramblin will evolve into Brambleghast. That's what happened. It broke out, and they worked together to solve all those problems. Not much. I don't think we got the explorers in this episode, did we?
No, I don't think so. It's just them looking around for those hunters.
Yeah, and then the episode ends on a wholesome note with Liko telling her class report because she is still in school. Roy also probably is still in school. When we met Roy at the start of the anime, he was taking classes on his phone. Honestly, W move by the by the production team to sort of mirror how most kids nowadays they have that option between in person and online. Um, and yeah, just overall pretty fun episode. Nothing too crazy. All the crazy stuff happened before we even started like watching today. We did all that already. The battle with Rayquaza, Gideon's motives, Amethio training, all that, and getting the Terror Orb, all that stuff's like the most important stuff. But then you have like the secondary stuff like Diane going off on her own to look for and investigate the explorers, and that's about it. But there's really nothing else of importance. Learning that Cat and Pikachu does in fact have a weakness, and I was telling Darian that Bahia in its surveillance and all of that, if somehow they found out that Cat Pikachu has a weakness like that, it would be absolutely great to bring it back. Otherwise, it's just going to be like a weird one-off quirk that's just never brought up again. So I'm hoping that it's brought up in a more serious light, and it's just like, oh come on, there's no way that this is happening right now, kind of moment. But yeah, what were your thoughts on episode 35? Overall,
Yeah, it wasn't like you said, it wasn't a major episode. I did
now
like
there's next week.
seeing, yeah, I did like seeing a little bit of a change of pace. I like meeting the new characters. We get some new
Oh
characters.
yeah.
Shine's cool.
Shine is cool.
I did like the little in-person scuffling between Freed and Pikachu, and I kind of like how they tied it into Liko's school project about the
Yep.
ideal bond
Yep.
that trainers share with one another. So that was good overall. And
Yep.
I did like how you said that the lady who's trying to find all the cute Pokemon. I love how her ace is an Avalugg,
Freaking
which is
Avalugg,
just
man.
this big
I'm cheated. I've never
hulking
been so
iceberg.
cheated. Never been cheated that hard in my life. Nothing cute about that Pokemon. And you did mention when we were watching the episode, there's no way that someone could be weak to cute. I am 1000% cute is my biggest weakness. I will fall over anything cute. So yeah, I feel that. But Cat was allergic, and I'm just like overly passionate. So but yeah, so that was our big haul. Nice 20-minute video for those of you that keep up with us. Thank you guys for your patience on this. And we got packs stockpiled for a little while. We'll be back on Saturday, Sunday to get through the next episode. Unless Darren's a little bit more busy than Monday for sure. We're ready. We're ready for this. we are all set. So thank you guys for joining us again today. And until the next time, we hope you take care. Say bye, Darren.
Goodbye.